to 128, the house that Norah decorated. Come in. After you.
Episode 4. The brown bathroom, the downstairs bathroom.
There's a downstairs bathroom. This is a downstairs shower right by the front door, which is handy. And it is the smallest and certainly the brownest shower that I've ever been here. On the windowsill, here's a wire brush. That's some hardcore washing regime implied right there. I've never actually showered in this shower, and I really can't say I fancy it. If I just show you, look, through this curtain here, you see that is the front door right there. And it's shielded, the shower is shielded from view by this yellow patterned kind of plastic. But it's a bit of a design fault because the postman or others, guests, can see your arse if you're in the shower, which is why my mum has erected this curtain in a nice brown fabric suspended by this elasticated cable stuff. So that's a shower there. I'm sorry, if I could just, it's a small room, if I could just, in the book of words, leave for new owners, containing all the details of the decor of the house. Viewers, I have to tell you, there is nothing in this book about the downstairs bathroom. I've got nothing I can tell you about it. So if anybody looking in can recognise these tiles, please just phone in, because I feel a slight sense of incompletion. There's my mum's relationship with men was troubled, to say the least, I suppose. It's had a bad start. Here's her father, Arthur Young. My mum used to tell me that she would lie in bed, often listening to her father beat up her mum, and she would lie there planning ways to kill him. There we go, brute of a man. So she met my dad at teacher training college, and that was a bit of a blessing because he was sort of gent. And there they are, they're getting married. That's them on their wedding day. And just here's the bridesmaid. That's my mum's old friend, Sheila. Yeah, that's my mum and dad. And here's another picture of them. And this is 1957. That's my dad and mum. And this is my big sister, and that's how I can tell it's 1957. I was born 2 years later, in 1959. 11 days before my mum gave birth to me, my dad was sentenced to 2 years in prison for exposing himself to little boys in a local wood. That was a bit of a shock for my mum, certainly. My dad came out of prison, they resumed their life, and she never really trusted him, so that was another man who'd kind of let her down. So then when she met Cliff, swept off her feet, had a passionate affair, and by 1982 she'd left my dad and they got married, and they'd moved in here to this brown bathroomed idyll. 18 months later, Cliff went off to work in the Bahamas. He was a consultant. And he went there, and when he came back to my mum, he told her that he'd met someone there, he'd had an affair, he had been very happy, and here he is in the Christmas newsletter that year, from Cliff and Norah. There's a little cartoon that Cliff has done of him under a palm tree with his new lover. My mum writes that he spoke to her on the phone every day. He slept with my mum every night. And this carried on for a year. What did my mum do about it? Well, she put up with it. She tried to learn how to cope with it. How long can I live with half a husband? As long as he wants me to? How can I learn to accept her? By learning about her from him? How long can I live with half a husband? As long as he wants me to. So, onwards.